Hi guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm back and I have a video here for you today. It's about my trip to Paris, and of course it's always like a bit tricky when you're going to a country and you're a wheelchair user and you don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna share with you my trip to Paris, and maybe it's of any help, and just to give you an impression how it was for me. So it was a 6-hour drive from the Netherlands to Paris. It's quite far, but it's also doable, so it was okay. And I've never been in Paris in the summer, so it was my first time when actually it was kind of sunny. And since this summer here in Europe wasn't great, I mean most northern countries, you know, it was a lot of rain, a lot. So I was lucky that the weather just improved a bit, and I was in Paris like last year October for work, but it was like 1-2 days. It was too short and it was raining and I didn't have the time to explore anything. So I'm very happy that I got the chance now to go there and just relax. So we stayed in the Clichy area. I don't know if I pronounced that okay, but it's not a very popular area, but it's okay, it's safe. We were there on the streets at night and it was not that crowded, so it was pretty good, and we found a nice hotel there and they had an accessible room, which was very nice. So it was a small hotel, quite modern, and it was okay. Like the room, I will show you that in this video. Because it wasn't that close to the city, we took the bus, and you have this app which you can download, or this map you can look at on the internet. We took the bus from different places and just went to the city center and stopped there in different places. And I didn't experience a lot of boundaries, so it was pretty good. And overall, there's like, when the bus stops, there's a platform coming out, and then you can roll in and then you can take the bus. So I mean, the buses are crowded, especially around lunch and after work time, but it was pretty doable because my experience is from here in the Netherlands, and I hate taking the bus here because I had so many times that the bus chauffeurs, you know, the people driving the bus drivers, they would just drive by because they see you in a wheelchair and they're like, no, I don't feel like taking this person with. So after those experiences, I don't really like it. Yeah, it's not very pleasant when you're like basically ignored, and you can call it some form of discrimination, right? So in Paris, I did not experience that at all. You just wave to the bus driver like, hey, stop here, no problem. They will let the platform out and you can go onto the bus. I also heard from locals that the worst thing is when you're in a wheelchair to take the metro, because like almost none of the metro stops are accessible. So basically you cannot really use that. So that's probably why the buses are, or they have to be. And of course, with the Olympic Games coming next year, they have a lot to improve on that matter. I don't know about the trains really, because I didn't take any train. Of course you can take a taxi, but we didn't really do that. There's really a lot to see in Paris. There's so many museums, so many beautiful streets, so many shopping malls, and just so much to do. And we checked out the Sacré-Cœur.
Fermeture des portes. Doors closing.
Doors closing. Ambulance there. Ambulance.
De contournement. Okay, take pictures of Sydney McLaughlin. So it was really good.
Also went to the Atelier des Lumières. That's like a museum, but it's more like a big art installation where they have these projections of light with a story about an artist. And it's very nice, it's very calming. So if you don't like, you know, if you have a busy day and you want to rewind but still do something and be inside, then it's pretty cool to experience that. So the hotel room was doable. It was pretty good. It was spacious. Enough space to also go in with an electric wheelchair. But you know, from my experience, I'm in a manual wheelchair, so I'll just talk from my experience. There was carpet on the floor, which we don't really like because it's harder to roll on. But other than that, the bed was at good height. We could switch off the lights when laying down. Curtains were okay. I could open the window by myself. Here you can see the bathroom, which has a spacious roll-in shower and a sink, which you can roll under. There is no shower chair to the wall, so there's just like this little stool there, which is very unstable. Of course, when you're in Paris, you have to go and see the Eiffel Tower at night because they have a light show. I think it was 9, 10, and 11 at night. So they have this short light show of about 5 to 10 minutes or something. I don't know, I didn't count, but yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful. A lot of people are out, and it's just really nice to end the day like that. And then you can do that after dinner. So then we took a night walk and we just rolled for many hours and just saw all the beautiful sights, and there's so much to see around the center. And so many terraces and restaurants there that are still open till late. So, you know, if you want to grab a wine or anything else, that's also possible. The thing is, with the accessible bathrooms, it's getting less and less easy to find one, because the stores, like the hotels and things like that, they all close at a certain point, and then it's very hard to find a restroom at night. So I would keep that in mind if you want to go out. My impression of Paris is that it's quite accessible. I've also read on many pages like Paris is one of the most inaccessible places of Europe, and I mean I've not been everywhere, but so far I think it is in a way. I mean, besides the metro and I mean, there's so many things yet to improve, but that's everywhere. I don't think there's one country on this planet that is like fully accessible. It's like a dream for the future, right? That you could go anywhere as a wheelchair user and not face any obstacles. I mean, it's always a lot of stress in your head and planning, and sometimes you go with the flow, but in your mind you're always like just hoping everything will turn out okay. And it's like basic needs. It's not even like you're doing crazy things, right? So it's just finding a restroom is sometimes so hard, and that really needs to improve. So that's why I'm also sharing whenever I travel. So this is the first time this year I've traveled. So yeah. It is. I will put a list in the description about the places that I visited which are accessible. So if you're planning a trip, you can use that. Thank you guys for watching. I wish you the best and hopefully see you in the next video.